Oh yay, a movie about religion. I'm so looking forward to these comments. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to be talking about the film Spotlight. This is a film which deals with the Boston Globe Spotlight team, a team which does this intense investigative reporting on a select story. They dive into it for a few months at a time and then they produce their findings. This is about when this team decided to go and start investigating the rape and molestation which was happening by priests within the Catholic Church. Now when this actually happened, I was about 9 years old, I think, and so I don't have a huge memory of it, but I can kind of remember just the ramifications of it just as it became more widespread and more evidence was found about all these things which happened. And I just remember growing up knowing that, oh hey, priests have been raping and abusing young children for many years, apparently. But I really do think that this film tackles the issue well. It's not just one-sided, totally biased against one thing. It reports what actually happened in the situation, and I think that did it really well. It really focuses on the victims more than anything in their story, because we have actors portraying these victims of these rape and molestation events, and it's sickening at times just to hear the horrors which just befell these people as young children, because at the time, and probably still to a large extent today, the church is very powerful and very, at least the Catholic Church, the Christian church organization, is very powerful and very tough to kind of fight. You have these children who just look up to it as an institution, and when these things start happening they feel very trapped and don't really know how to speak out against it, because you can't really speak out against an organization as powerful as the Catholic Church is. And it was also just sickening to hear the people who were kind of advocates for the Catholic Church within this film just kind of speaking, oh yeah, this happened, but it's not that big of a deal, or it happens all the time, just sweep it under the rug, blah blah blah. It bugged the hell out of me just hearing these people, actors given, but these people trying to justify the molestation of young children by Catholic priests. It's not a thing that can happen, and it's just disheartening to know that there are people in the world that will just let this go on, turn a blind eye to it. So I think that this film really captures that really, really well. And I think this film captures that really well because you get to see the thing which really drives these investigators to go as far as they can with this story and dive as deep into it as possible. The film is extremely well paced as well. I hardly looked at my watch whatsoever. I was engaged for the entirety of it. This could have been a very dull, boring movie with just great actors and great performances, which it does have, very much so. The performances, Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams, others throughout this film, they all do fantastic work in this movie, and I really did enjoy their performances. And yeah, like I said, I was extremely engaged throughout the entirety of this film, and I thought it was extremely well done. The only real issue that I had with this film, it's a small thing, but it's just kind of put in there and not really needed. When they were investigating these things, 9/11 occurred, and so they take about 5 minutes or so to just kind of focus on that and the church's response to it, and it never really tied into anything per se. All it really did was show, oh hey, we can't really touch the Catholic Church at this moment because the nation is in mourning and they probably can't handle another scandal. And so yeah, it never really seemed necessary to even include that in there. As big of a thing as it was, it didn't really fit within the context of the story, I didn't think, at least. So maybe they could have just cut that little bit out, but that's just my opinion. As with most biopics, I like it when they show, oh hey, what happened afterwards, where did the events of this film kind of lead to, and they do show that, and they show just kind of the results of the Boston Globe eventually printing the story and the ramifications which kind of just came about because of it throughout the US and many, many other countries throughout the world, as these scandals of priests abusing children just became unraveled. And I thought that the film just did a fantastic job telling the story and you could see the drive and the passion which these reporters had to tell the story and get the facts right and get everything just as perfect and detailed as possible. I absolutely adored this film. I had a fantastic time watching it, and I thought that it's one of the best biopics I've seen this year, definitely by far. But those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like the film as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.